Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. You guys, we're here today to talk about the pod. First thing we're going to talk about is the JBP Rewind with Mona and Mark. And you guys, I think that's months and months old. Like, however many months B. Dot left. What's he been gone for? It had to been what, like maybe 3 months or so at this point. I think it was from back then. And if you look at Mona, she was a little heavier then or whatever. But I remember on behind the scenes her saying that they had just finished a rewind where she kind of went in on B. Dot. And I think maybe they cut out some because in the end she did, she let it be known that she really was not. She didn't say she wasn't feeling B. Dot, but she was just like, he was doing too much. He really was doing too much. But she didn't really go in on him like that. So I think maybe they cut some stuff out, but she wasn't a fan and you could tell. And that's fine because I wasn't either. Like, he was fine at first, but then he just became very boring and I didn't like Seatgate. Like, get the fuck up, B. Dot. Who are you? But anyway, and he's a little too cocky. Like, he's not unattractive, but he's not attractive either. So there's that. Yeah, so that's kind of all that happened on the rewind. But I will tell you this. People in the comments were super pissed off about Mark saying that he wished the pod was shorter or the Patreon was shorter. When I tell you Patreon, they don't play that shit. They don't play that shit. You guys, I don't even watch on YouTube anymore, and I don't look at the YouTube comments or anything because, yeah, that is so tame compared to Patreon. Patreon is where everyone gets their shit off. Everyone gets their I paid my money shit off in the Patreon. Those are my people. Because one thing the Patreon people gonna do is complain. And we gonna complain and let you know when you are doing something wrong because our $25 in this economy is no joke. And what's funny is, you guys know Joe reads all the comments and everything. It's crazy because he really does. He has sometimes they be getting over 5,000 comments or whatever. And I really do think he reads most of them. Maybe not all of them, but I think he reads most of them. Because he usually comes on the pod and says something about what the overall consensus is in the comments. And yes, so he understood the fact that people were mad that Mark was saying he wanted to be shorter. And he was saying that they had a conversation off mic about how it's impossible to make it shorter because of the people there. And basically he was kind of getting to the fact that they come in late. Like, they just straggle in whatever time they want to. And you guys, they get on my nerves with all that because it's like, come on, this is your job. You literally only work 2 hours. I mean, I'm sorry, what is it, 2 or 3 days a week? I think it's only 2 days a week, or even if it is 3 days a week and you're there all day, who cares? Like, who cares? Suck it up and just be there and do it. But all they do is complain as well. So we give it back to him. But also he overheard them saying that he came in, or he does come in a mood sometimes, which he does. And today's mood for Joe was nasty. It was just nasty. Like, he was in a good mood. However, he was in a I'ma fuck with everybody mood. Like, I'm going to say something rude to absolutely everybody. And he did. The stuff that he was saying, he was just so out of bounds this pod, you guys. And I'm sure y'all like, what are you talking about? I'm going to tell y'all because people probably don't care. However, it was just nasty work to me. We start off with Ice not being there. Apparently, Ice called in. Well, he came in and was acting like he was dying, so they sent him home. He said he got caught in the rain. Now, that was funny. Whenever they joke on Ice, is funny because we don't like Ice. We don't like Ice. And it's so funny because everybody in the comments was like, yay, it's a party. Ice isn't here. And y'all, it just sounds so much better without Ice and that nasty ass voice of his. And let me shut up. I move. Yeah, so Ice wasn't there. So it actually was way better. It was way calmer, way quieter. And I could understand everybody more because Flip was back. Yay, Flip is back, right? However, Flip was once again not feeling well. Let him tell it, because by the end of the pod, you realize, damn, Flip ain't really say nothing. He ain't really say too much. He jumped in every now and then, but he ain't really say nothing. And I don't mean the whole him singing and acting like a goofball. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about joining in on the conversation. The only thing he really did talk about was his wife. And it's funny because Joe was just like, you don't even talk like a husband. Like, you just be saying shit. And the way that they make it sound like Flip is always cheating. Matter of fact, the way that they make it sound like everybody's always cheating. But we're going to get back to that. But yeah, Flip was just like, yeah, I don't feel good. And last time he was there, he had the headache, right? Because remember, Mark hit his brim, so he had a headache. Like, these motherfuckers always sick. Something's wrong with them all the time. It's just too much. But again, we're okay with Ice being sick and out. That's okay. But yeah, I think it was nasty work when Ish ended up calling his girlfriend, the white lady, as Joe calls her, and she was not feeling Joe at all. And yeah, she was shitty. You know, they called because Ish was saying how he doesn't, well, this is from a long time ago. Ish says that he doesn't really celebrate Valentine's Day because he buys her, you know, flowers all the time. And Joe didn't believe that. So this comes back up or whatever. It was like a callback. And he's like, listen, I'm just going to call her, which is very surprising because in all these years, he has never offered to call or nothing with this lady. So he calls her and, you know, she's like, hello. And Joe's like, wait. Can she say hello first? Hi. And she's like, yeah, hey, when's the last time he bought you flowers? You know, and she was just answering like, yeah, he bought me some roses. And Joe's like, we're never calling her again. She just no, she's not fooling with you. And they tried to tell her, listen, she listens to the pod. So yeah, she can hear you calling her the mysterious white lady all the time and just saying ignorant shit about her all the time. And always, trying to make it seem as if her man is cheating all the time. Now, we gonna get back to the cheating. No, let's get to it now. So Ish and Joe ends up getting into it just a little bit later on, and it was in a, you know, kind of a joking fashion. And Ish was saying how, you know, he's faithful. We're faithful men, talking about him and Mark. And Joe gets upset. You could tell when Joe is upset for real. You can literally tell because he goes beneath the belt and it is just too much and it wasn't even called for. And he's like, oh, are you a faithful man? Because that's not what I heard in the kitchen off camera when you was talking to Imani. And I could tell it was something for real because Flip was like patting him and he was like, hey, don't do that. And he's like, you doing bird shit right now? And he's like, nah. He want to come and act like he's that, you know, faithful and all that. But that's not what I heard in the kitchen with him. And I'm just like, damn, that is some bird shit for real. So that's 2 strikes for Joe. Like, I was just not even feeling him today. I was not feeling his energy, even though, again, his energy was his energy. It wasn't like shitty energy in terms of being mad, but there was a definite energy. Let's talk about Mark and the fact that his wife was out of town for 2 weeks, you guys. Did I say that last time? Mark's wife was out of town for 2 weeks. And it's very interesting because Flip always talk about how Mark and his wife has been on the outs. We don't know if it's true or not. We don't know. But the way he was talking, he's like, oh, my wife is back. Life is good again. And Flip was like, oh, you back in the house? Y'all back together? And I don't know. Flip could just be talking shit. But the last thing, you guys, is this call with Academics, which I hate saying his name because, like, I really hate Academics, you guys. I really don't like that guy at all. I hate his face. I hate everything about him. And when his name comes up, like, I hate listening to anything about, like, literally anything about him. So they were talking about the whole Charlemagne thing. And I hate the fact that Joe is so up his ass. Like, Joe seems to be in love with this guy. And from what I hear, this guy just be sending, you know, like subliminal shots at Joe all the goddamn time. It's ridiculous. But Joe is up his ass literally all the time. So I guess, Jesus, I am not cutting that out. Sorry. I guess there was an issue with Charlemagne and Ack, and they kind of got into it or whatever. He didn't really want to get into that, of course. So then we get into this Daphne Joy interview with Ack, and this shit was so nasty, you guys. I was so grossed out by the whole segment and the fact that they were really, really rooting him on and the shit that he was saying to her in this interview. First of all, she's trash. She's absolute trash. Like, you had this sex tape leaked, which everybody's thinking she leaked it herself, which is nasty in itself. But for her to now go on this run and just literally act like the biggest slut ever. Everybody knows what you did and you have zero shame. You have zero shame. Please bring back shame. This girl doesn't care that people saw her doing all this stuff. People heard about all the nasty shit she did, and with all these different guys. Like, it's just totally ridiculous. So Ack is on his show literally begging this girl to pay for some ass. I'm sorry. And it was just so nasty. Like, he's literally begging her. He even asked her if she's on birth control, and they're getting a kick out of it. Oh my God, he was in his bag. He was trying real hard. That was so nasty. Like, it was just so, and they were even giving up horny, thirsty. They just look like some old, thirsty men. And it was just nasty. Like, they were talking about, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom now, and her voice, and oh my gosh, she's just really doing it. And I'm like, this lady is so nasty. And y'all saw her being nasty. Y'all heard about her being nasty. And he's literally on here begging her. Basically like, listen, I have money. I have money. And she is just laughing away and thinking it's cute. The whole thing was nasty. And the way they were talking about her, like she was a call girl, basically, which she is. She's on the hunt again. Like I said, I think in the last video, she's looking for another sponsor. But the way they went about it and the way they were like moaning and, oh my God, I would just love to do this. And the stuff that Akademiks was saying to her, and she was allowing it, and they thought it was cute. It was just a very nasty segment. And I was ready for it to be over. So thank God it was. Thank God it was. But that was it, you guys. That was my 2 cents. But if you are still here, you are the real MVP. Thank you so much. You guys, like the video so that it can continue to be pushed out to other people. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you be part of the Beautiful People family. And we are trying to get to a certain number, and it is absolutely free of charge. It's so fucking free. It's crazy. Like, just hit the button. But all right, you guys, I will see you in the next video. Smooches.